What if I told you that the wealthiest people in the world don't look rich? That while most people are out there showcasing their so-called success, flaunting luxury watches, exotic vacations, and sports cars on social media, the true millionaires are quietly stacking wealth without anyone even realizing it. Sounds surprising, right? Because everything we see in today's world seems to scream the opposite. Society has conditioned us to believe that wealth equals extravagance. That success is measured by how much you show off. But what if I told you that the real path to lasting financial freedom has nothing to do with looking rich, and everything to do with being rich? Today, I'm going to let you in on one of the most powerful yet overlooked financial strategies. One that can completely transform the way you build and sustain wealth. No gimmicks, no get-rich-quick nonsense, no unrealistic overnight success stories. Just real, proven principles that have quietly created millionaires, financial independence, and total freedom, without the need for flashy displays or external validation. And trust me, by the time you finish this video, you won't just understand this concept, you'll know exactly how to start applying it in your own life. Now, before we get into it, let's address the elephant in the room. Why would anyone not want to look rich? Isn't the point of making money to enjoy life? To experience luxury? To live better? Absolutely. But here's what they don't tell you. The moment people know you have money, the game changes. Think about it. If your neighbors, colleagues, or even extended family members knew you were financially successful, what would happen? People start expecting things from you. Friends suddenly assume you can always pick up the check. Family members may ask for loans. Strangers begin to measure your success based on material things. And worse, you fall into the trap of performative spending. You feel like you have to upgrade your car, your wardrobe, your lifestyle, not because you need to, but because you've already set the expectation that you're successful. And that's exactly why the smartest, wealthiest individuals don't play that game. They accumulate wealth in silence, make strategic moves without broadcasting them, and live well, without the pressure of showing off. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to build substantial wealth without anyone even realizing it. Why the richest people choose to keep their wealth under the radar. The step-by-step method to quietly grow your financial empire. But here's where it gets really interesting. While most people are busy chasing the illusion of wealth, you'll be stacking real money, gaining real freedom, and creating real financial security. And the best part? No one will ever suspect it. Imagine being able to take a year off work, travel wherever you want, buy whatever you need, without people constantly asking, judging, or expecting anything from you. Imagine living in a way where your money works for you, instead of you working just to impress others. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Does that mean you have to live frugally forever? Never enjoy the rewards of your hard work? Absolutely not. This isn't about deprivation. It's about strategy. It's about having the ability to enjoy wealth on your own terms, without unnecessary pressure, without public scrutiny, and without falling into the endless cycle of needing to prove your success. And let me tell you, this approach isn't just smart. It's the ultimate financial power move. Because when you stop trying to impress people, you start making decisions that actually build long-term wealth. While others are racking up debt to keep up with appearances, you'll be stacking assets. While they're spending their paychecks as fast as they earn them, you'll be quietly accumulating financial security that gives you complete control over your life. That's what stealth wealth is all about. And today, I'm going to break it all down for you. I'll show you how to quietly grow your money behind the scenes, where to invest so your wealth builds itself over time, the habits, mindset shifts, and financial strategies that separate real millionaires from those just pretending to be rich. So, if you're ready to step off the hamster wheel of chasing status and instead start building actual, long-term wealth, then this video is for you. Because here's the reality. Financial freedom isn't about how much you spend, it's about how much you keep, how much you grow, and how much control you have over your time, choices, and future. And if you want that kind of freedom, if you want to be the one who's quietly winning while everyone else is caught up in a game they can never truly win, then pay close attention. Because what I'm about to share with you can change everything. Let's dive into the strategy that secretly makes people rich. 1. The hidden power of stealth wealth. Most people believe that being rich means driving a brand new Ferrari, vacationing in exotic locations every other month, or wearing expensive designer brands. Social media has only fueled this illusion, making it seem like wealth is something you have to display in order to be considered successful. But here's what the truly wealthy understand: real financial power is quiet. The richest people don't feel the need to prove anything. They build long-term assets while keeping a low profile. They prioritize freedom, security, and financial control over flashy displays of success. Let me tell you about Mike, a guy the first used to hang out with years ago. If you saw him, you'd never guess he was rich. He wore plain t-shirts, drove an old Honda Civic, and never once made a big deal about money. He didn't own designer watches or expensive suits, and he never splurged on bottle service at fancy clubs like some of our other friends. One night, we were sitting around, just having a casual conversation, when he dropped a bombshell. "I'm taking a year off work." We all laughed, thinking he was joking. Who takes a year off work in their 30s unless they hit the lottery or inherited a fortune? But Mike wasn't kidding. Turns out, for over a decade, while the rest of us were spending our money on gadgets, cars, and weekend getaways, Mike had been following a completely different strategy. He had been maxing out his 401k every single year, investing consistently in index funds and dividend stocks, buying a few rental properties in up-and-coming neighborhoods, living way below his means, even when he was making six figures. And the result? By the time we realized what he had done, he was already a millionaire. What's even crazier? No one saw it coming. That's the power of stealth wealth, quietly accumulating money while everyone else is busy spending theirs. Meanwhile, some of our other friends, who looked successful on the outside, were actually drowning in debt. One guy drove a brand new luxury car but was living paycheck to paycheck. Another took extravagant vacations but had nothing saved for the future. Mike, on the other hand, had no financial stress. He didn't have to answer to anyone. He didn't have to impress anyone. He had complete control over his time and money. And that's when it hit me. Being rich isn't about what you show, it's about what you keep. Think about it. What's more powerful? Driving an expensive car you're still making payments on, just to impress people? Or having the freedom to walk away from your job whenever you want, because your money is working for you? The second option is what true wealth looks like. And this isn't just about Mike. There are countless millionaires living among us who don't look rich at all. They don't wear flashy jewelry. They don't flaunt their wealth. But they have financial security that most people can only dream of. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958. He doesn't waste money on unnecessary luxuries, because he understands that real wealth is about financial freedom, not expensive status symbols. And the best part? You can do the exact same thing. You don't need a six-figure income to build wealth. You just need to follow the right strategy. Save and invest consistently. Live below your means, even when you earn more. Avoid unnecessary lifestyle upgrades. Focus on building long-term assets instead of short-term luxuries. If you can do that, you'll quietly accumulate real financial power while everyone else is chasing an illusion. And by the time they realize what's happening, you'll already be financially free. Now, let's break down exactly how you can start applying this to your own life, starting today. 2. The rules of building wealth without looking rich. If you truly want to build wealth without anyone noticing, you need to understand that real financial success isn't about making noise, it's about making smart moves behind the scenes. The wealthiest people don't walk around flashing their bank balances. Instead, they play the long game, stacking assets while keeping their financial footprint almost invisible. But how do they do it? They follow a set of rules, a disciplined approach that allows them to quietly accumulate money while others are busy chasing the illusion of wealth. If you can master these principles, you'll not only achieve financial freedom, but you'll do so without drawing unnecessary attention to yourself. Let's break it down. Rule 1. Make money work for you, instead of working for money. Most people believe that getting rich means working harder, putting in longer hours, and grinding every single day. And while hard work is important, it's not the key to wealth. If hard work alone made people rich, then construction workers, nurses, and teachers, some of the hardest working people in society, would be the wealthiest. But they're not. Why? Because wealth isn't just about how much you earn. It's about what you do with your money. Wealthy people don't just work hard, they work smart. They invest early and often in assets that grow over time. They put their money into stocks, index funds, real estate, and businesses, things that increase in value while they sleep. They automate their savings, setting up investments that pull money from their accounts before they even see it. This eliminates the temptation to spend recklessly. The rich treat investing like a non-negotiable bill. They build passive income streams, income that keeps coming in even when they're not working. This could be from rental properties, dividend stocks, digital products, or businesses that don't require their direct involvement. Meanwhile, most people earn and spend. They get a paycheck, pay their bills, and use the rest to enjoy life. They buy a nicer car, upgrade their phone, take expensive vacations, without thinking about the long-term impact. The wealthy, on the other hand, earn and invest. They don't just work for money, they make money work for them. And that's why they continue to grow richer, even when they stop working. Rule 2. Master the art of discreet spending. Ever notice how some people look rich but are actually drowning in debt? That's because they've fallen into the trap of lifestyle inflation, spending more just because they earn more. They get a raise, so they buy a bigger house. They get a bonus, so they upgrade their car. Instead of keeping their lifestyle the same and investing the difference, they increase their expenses to match their income. And this is where wealthy people do things differently. They keep their lifestyle the same, even when their income increases. When they make more money, they don't immediately upgrade their car, move into a bigger house, or start buying designer brands. Instead, they increase their investments while maintaining a modest lifestyle. They don't buy status symbols just to impress people who don't matter. The flashy car, the designer clothes, the expensive jewelry, these things don't make you richer. In fact, they often do the opposite. They keep a simple, low-key financial footprint. The less people know about their wealth, the better. They live well, but don't feel the need to announce it to the world. Think about Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. He still lives in the same modest house he bought decades ago. Not because he can't afford a mansion, but because he understands that real wealth isn't about impressing people, it's about financial security and freedom. That's stealth wealth. Rule 3. Invest quietly. Build silently. You don't need to make a scene to make money. In fact, some of the most successful investments are the ones that grow in the background, without anyone even realizing it. Here are 4 ways to quietly build wealth. Index funds. This is the ultimate silent millionaire strategy. Investing in an S&P 500 fund means you own a small piece of hundreds of the world's biggest companies. Over time, compound interest turns small investments into a fortune. No need for risky stock picking or market timing, just consistent, long-term investing. Rental properties. If you want to own real estate but don't want people knowing you're the landlord, use an LLC with a generic name like Oakwood Holdings or Pinecrest Properties. This keeps your identity private while you collect rental income month after month. Digital side hustles. Some of the most successful businesses today don't have a public face. Selling ebooks, digital courses, faceless YouTube channels, print-on-demand products, or stock photography allows you to make money without ever revealing your identity. Dividend stocks. These are stocks that pay you passive income just for owning them. Companies like Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, and Apple regularly pay dividends to their investors. This means you get paid without lifting a finger, and without anyone knowing where the money is coming from. The goal? Make money, but keep it quiet. Most people want to announce their success to the world. They want validation. They want people to recognize their achievements. But the truly wealthy? They don't care about recognition, they care about results. They know that the less people know about their money, the better. It protects them from unwanted financial requests, from jealousy, from unnecessary expectations, and most importantly, it allows them to live life on their own terms, without pressure, without competition, without external validation. So, if you want to build real, lasting wealth, don't focus on looking rich. Focus on actually being rich. And by the time people realize what you've built, you'll already be financially free. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistake people make when trying to build stealth wealth, and how you can avoid it. Now that you understand the hidden power of stealth wealth, you might be wondering, how do I actually start applying this in my own life? Knowledge alone isn't enough. It's action that separates those who quietly build financial security from those who stay stuck in the cycle of spending and struggling. So, let's talk about how you can take control of your finances, starting today. Step 1. Get crystal clear on your financial goals. Most people drift through life without a concrete plan for their money. They earn, they spend, and they hope that someday they'll have enough to retire. But wealth doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. Ask yourself, where do I want to be financially in 5, 10, or 20 years? How much do I want in savings? How much do I want invested? When do I want to reach financial independence? Write it down. Be specific. A vague goal like, I want to be rich, won't get you anywhere. But a clear goal like, I want to have $500 invested in the next 10 years, gives you something to work toward. Step 2. Automate your investments. The reason so many people struggle to build wealth is they rely on willpower to save and invest. But let's be honest, life gets in the way. Unexpected expenses come up. Temptations to spend money are everywhere. If you're constantly having to make the decision to save, chances are, you'll find reasons not to. That's why the wealthy take willpower out of the equation. They set up automatic deposits into their index funds, real estate investments, and high-yield savings accounts. The money is invested before they even see it, and over time, it grows without them having to think about it. Step 3. Cut out unnecessary spending. Now, I'm not saying you should never enjoy your money. Life isn't just about hoarding wealth, it's about using it wisely. But here's the key difference between the wealthy and the average person. The average person upgrades their lifestyle every time they get a raise, a bigger house, a fancier car, more expensive vacations. They feel like they deserve it. But in reality, all they're doing is increasing their expenses and keeping themselves stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Wealthy people, on the other hand, don't immediately upgrade their lifestyle just because they can. They live below their means, not because they have to, but because they choose to. They understand that every dollar they invest today is worth 10 times more in the future. Step 4. Stay off social media with your finances. Nothing kills stealth wealth faster than broadcasting your money moves to the world. If you post about your expensive trips, luxury purchases, or investments, you're inviting unnecessary attention. Not only does this create expectations from others, friends who assume you'll always pick up the bill, family members who suddenly need a small loan, but it also increases the pressure to keep up appearances. The moment people associate you with money, you'll feel the weight of constantly proving your success. The best way to stay rich? Let people underestimate you. Step 5. Focus on freedom, not status. At the end of the day, real wealth isn't about impressing people, it's about having options. It's about having the ability to walk away from a job you hate, taking time off whenever you want, never worrying about money again. So, ask yourself, are you building wealth for yourself? Or are you trying to impress others? The sooner you stop caring about what people think of you, the sooner you can focus on what truly matters: financial security, independence, and the ability to live life on your own terms. Final thoughts. The smartest financial move you can make. At this point, you've learned what stealth wealth is, why it works, and exactly how you can start applying it in your own life. But before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what this really means for you. The smartest financial move isn't just about making millions, it's about keeping it a secret. Wealth isn't measured by how many people recognize your success, how flashy your lifestyle appears, how much attention you get. It's measured by freedom, security, and the ability to live life entirely on your terms. Stealth wealth isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset shift. It's the realization that you don't need to prove your success to anyone. The more you focus on actually building wealth instead of chasing status, the faster you'll reach a point where you never have to stress about money again. And let's not forget one of the biggest benefits of keeping your wealth under the radar: it protects you. The moment people know you have money, they start expecting things from you. Friends assume you'll cover the bill. Family members suddenly need a little help. People you barely know start asking for favors. Keeping your financial success private saves you from these awkward and uncomfortable situations. But beyond that, stealth wealth allows you to move through life without pressure or expectations. You don't have to keep up with anyone. You don't have to justify your purchases. You don't have to explain why you're still driving a 10-year-old car when you could easily buy a brand new one. You're in complete control. And that is the ultimate power move. The real question is, what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to be like most people, stuck in the cycle of spending, showing off, and staying broke? Or are you going to take action, apply these principles, and start quietly building real, lasting wealth? If you're serious about financial freedom, don't wait for the perfect moment, start today. Here's what you can do right now. 1. Set your financial goals. Be specific. Decide how much you want to save and invest in the next 5, 10, or 20 years. 2. Automate your investments. Make sure money is flowing into your index funds, real estate, or digital assets every month, before you even see it. 3. Live below your means, even when you earn more. The longer you maintain a simple lifestyle while growing your wealth, the faster you'll reach financial independence. 4. Stay quiet about your finances. Resist the urge to post about expensive trips, major purchases, or investment wins on social media. The less people know, the better. 5. Stay focused on freedom, not status. Ask yourself, do I want to impress people? Or do I want to be financially free? Because most of the time, you can't have both. Now, let's take action. Before we end this video, I want to challenge you. Comment below and let me know which one of these principles you're going to start implementing first. And if you found this video valuable, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more content that will help you build wealth and create the life you want. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.